They know the story in your town, 'cause George and Lou have been around. Media dogs, we're looking at you to see what you do. We'll give you a yes or no, but the bad movie's gotta go. Media dogs, we're in your TV. We heard that CD. Some people call us movie dogs. That's wrong. Just as long as they'll be singing our song. Media dogs, media dogs, media dogs.
You guys ready to talk Oscars?
Sure.
I don't know what to talk about though, because they're all like not there yet.
Oh no, we were gonna do the 2020s.
Oh, got it.
I'm sorry. I guess that would be 2019s.
Yeah.
Well, I sent you guys list. Did I not?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. I'm ready to go.
We don't have to. I mean, I don't even remember. Oh, I guess Parasite won. But I don't remember a lot of who won.
Well, there's a little, like I looked at it and I'm like, I've got the little things like, I've harped on being mad that Rocket Man didn't get nominated, and
I like that.
And Pat and I have had our fighting for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood already, which is my top film in the group. But if we look at the list, there's other movies we haven't talked about. It'll help bring that up.
Well, I have you all seen all of them?
I saw a lot of these.
I didn't see Little Women or 1917, but I've seen
I
the
haven't
rest.
seen Irishman or Ford versus Ferrari.
Well, for the first time in years, when the show aired, I had not seen all of the major category nominees. But I have since then. So, well, as far as Best Picture. But so, I don't know who wants to start. You guys have your list?
We want to yeah, I've got it up, but do you want to work up from performances to movie or movie to?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well,
director?
we've already lost the audience because we're past 5 minutes in. So.
Okay, how about Best Supporting Actor?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good with Brad Pitt.
What's that?
I'm happy that Brad Pitt won that.
Me too. And Heather too. Heather was really written for him.
While I'm really deeply conflicted about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I thought he was amazing in that movie. But I thought, Leo was the one who really got me in that movie, but I thought Brad Pitt was incredible in that movie.
So hold on. Why don't I just, it was Tom Hanks for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins for The Two Popes, Al Pacino for The Irishman, Joe Pesci for The Irishman, and Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
But I haven't seen The Irishman, so I don't know.
The two best supporting actor performances of the year, like in all the movies that I saw,
according to you,
were Joe Pesci and Brad Pitt. And I probably would have given the award to Brad Pitt because he was so good, but Pesci was by far the best thing in so The Irishman's a lot more watchable than I would have guessed it would be, but it's the best thing in it is Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. The only thing worth watching in it, in my opinion, it was Joe Pesci. There was nothing groundbreaking. There was nothing new. There were, what were we talking about? The Joker. It was like, okay, I'll pick some of that from that movie. I'll pick some of that from that gangster movie. From my own movies, and let's make it really long so people feel like they'll never get that time back. Except for when they're watching Joe Pesci.
So, but here's my take on. If we're gonna talk about The Irishman, though, I don't put it in. It doesn't. I can't go to you, Pat, and say, "Oh, you got to see it." I can't do that. But really? I was surprised that I was like, oh, I'm going to 3.5 hours. I'm going to sit here and watch it in 3 sittings because I can't imagine enjoying it. And I watched the whole thing from beginning to end in 1 sitting, no problem. Wasn't looking at the clock, wasn't worried about time. I thought that's the best thing I can say about it, is that it really did move by and it was fine and, you know, engrossing, I guess. But I would agree with George in that bottom line is the best thing in it is Pesci, and probably the only reason I would watch it again is to watch Pesci again.
Yeah, I get bored and then I get insulted when directors repeat themselves and just pick stuff from their old films. And I mean, even the characters, come on. And when Goodfellas was thrown in there, I mean, the whole idea of the Irishman, you know, and I kept thinking about Ray Liotta's character, and I was thinking about a lot of stuff other than that film while I was watching it. And there's a lot of time to think about other stuff while you're watching it.
Yeah. Well, and this is the other thing, and I know I'm going to get crushed for this, but I guess the truth is, I always say that I'm not a big fan, but I guess I should say I like Scorsese. I don't love him. You know, there's a couple films like King of Queens.
He did
That would be great if that was a gangster
like
series.
King of Comedy, that, you know, make my team photo for one of my favorite movies ever. But none of the other Scorsese films that I like make any kind of list for me. So it's not like it's Scorsese and I got to watch it. So I'm going to sit here for 3.5 hours. I don't care.
King of Comedy, speaking of the Joker, right?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, it's King of Comedy and Taxi. It's all Scorsese, right? Because it's King of Comedy and
Watered
Taxi
down.
Driver. Yeah. But I like that. I liked it, but I like the maybe that's why I wanted more King of Comedy. That's the only way I could get it.
I did like the Joker more, and we talked about it, but I liked it more than I
Yeah.
thought I would. But I didn't think it was a good film.
No, me either.
So okay,
So yeah, definitely I'd give it to Brad Pitt, but Joe Pesci gets a lot of props for Irishman.
yeah, I'd give it to Pitt too. I did not see the Two Popes yet,
Me either.
Yeah.
but I'll bet it's a very Anthony Hopkins-esque performance.
Sure.
Okay, so supporting actress, Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell, Laura Dern in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell.
Okay.
Pat.
I have pretty strong feelings about this. I think it should have been Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I feel pretty strongly about that. I'm a big fan of that movie, Little Women. It really got to me. I thought it was beautifully made. And Florence Pugh took a character that is normally the most hated character in the movie.
And one-dimensional.
She made her completely compelling. For me, this movie became about Amy. I mean, that's who I think about when I think about this movie. Or I would have, I would have nominated Florence Pugh for Best Actress for Midsummer too.
I didn't see that yet.
Oh shit, that's like, oh my God, what a performance that is. Incredible. But yeah, I don't know how y'all feel, but Laura Dern, Marriage Story, she was really good in that. I haven't seen Richard Jewell.
Me neither.
But and I liked Scarlett Johansson and Jojo Rabbit just fine, but man, I would have gone Florence Pugh, to be honest. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I go along with you. I did not see Bombshell or Richard Jewell, but of the other three.
I saw Bombshell.
Did you?
Yeah. I thought it was good.
That was by the same guy that did the Dick Cheney one, right? Was that the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw the Dick Cheney one. I didn't see Bombshell.
I hate to say it, but I didn't see Little Women, so that hampers a lot of my thoughts. But I did see Richard Jewell. The only thing possibly maybe that was Oscar worthy was the guy who played Richard Jewell, because he was so spot on You know, I can't even. I mean, he was so the guy that you can't imagine him doing anything else ever, kind of thing. Kathy Bates was fine, but I feel like she got nominated because she was Kathy Bates, because she's Kathy Bates.
That happens so often, doesn't it?
You know, it was a big year. I always love her anyhow, Scarlett Johansson. I was a little torn because I thought she was great in Jojo Rabbit. And when I had a chance, and I guess maybe in the SAG Awards, the nominations were similar because I can't remember where I made this choice, but I chose to vote for Scarlett for Best Actress. So I gave Laura Dern Best Supporting Actress. So basically it came down to those two. I just said something about Kathy Bates, you know, that maybe goes for Laura Dern too, except that I love Laura Dern. So
she's in a real renaissance right now, man. She's come back roaring.
So I'm not sure that it was particularly Oscar worthy in Marriage Story, but again, I'm down to two, although this one's closer for me. I probably would have given it, if I had it, you know, was pushed into a corner, probably given it to Scarlett Johansson, but I'm very happy that Laura Dern won.
Yeah, me too.
So can I step aside just for a second, and maybe you guys can explain, there's a lot of hate out there for Jojo Rabbit, and I thought it was great.
It was. Like when we talk about the movies, I can talk, Jojo Rabbit's a great movie. I don't know what.
I liked it so much more than I thought I was going to. I really did. I thought it was going to be ham-fisted and sort of, but it was like, this is really interesting and funny and cathartic at the end, and I don't know.
I thought it was kind of beautiful.
It was. Yeah, I love Jojo Rabbit.
We can talk about it later. Mike Ryan's telling me that we need to move along.
Yeah, keep going. Keep it moving.
Where is he today? Our old director. And speaking of directors, or do you want to talk about that before picture?
You want to do Best Actor and Actress?
Okay. Let's start with actress.
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 Or actor. Actress. Okay.
Actress.
I didn't see Judy. Did you all see Judy?
Yes.
How was it?
I thought it was okay. You know, it's not a happy film. You know, it's about her last days, but I thought it was pretty good. She got it, didn't she?
She did.
Okay, I'm not sure it was pretty good. I don't know, but you know, I mean, who else is up there? Saoirse Ronan, Scarlett Johansson.
This is a pretty good category.
Yeah.
In fact, there's just people I wish were on there. You know, can I make a plug for Awkwafina in that movie?
Yeah.
What movie was that, Lou?
Is it
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Farewell.
I don't think I saw it.
Farewell.
Yeah, I thought she was great in that movie.
I think she's good. I mean, everybody, what was Crazy Rich Asians? Can I say that? Crazy Rich Asians?
Crazy Rich Asians, yeah.
Everybody is like, who is that? Awkwafina. But like, I love her show on Nora from Queens. I think is pretty funny.
Is it?
It's a little, you know, a little from Broad City and a little from those Three Guys That Work, whatever that's called. And, you know, it's a very Comedy Central show, but I laughed a lot. Yeah.
And I haven't seen Harriet, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, I feel that's the one I feel really bad about, is that I haven't seen Harriet yet for some reason, because I may have mentioned this before, but a movie that I loved, and I guess it's from 2018. I thought it was 2019, but it was Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh, yeah.
And she's in that movie, and she's, you know, just supporting. I mean, you can't say she's the lead actress in it, but she's got these scenes with Jeff Bridges in that movie that was the first time I saw her, and I'm like, she is flat out amazing. Speaking of somebody that's just, well, you know, Bad Times at the El Royale, I consider it kind of a guilty pleasure because I love it, and I've seen it like 4 times already. You know,
I remember you saying that last. I remember you saying that last week, and you said that the critics ripped it apart. But around here, like in the Tribune, I don't know. I read positive reviews.
Me too.
Did that?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess maybe it's just a perception that I had, or maybe it didn't get enough play, and I just got that in my head. But I'm telling you, I guess I can't even really understand why you wouldn't at least just enjoy it for what it is. But I, in particular, loved Bad Times at the El Royale.
Okay, I'm gonna take a
I
look
thought
at that.
I thought everybody was great, but especially there's some scenes with her and Jeff Bridges that are must see. You have to see the movie just to see the two of them together. But anyways, in the lead actress. So again, I didn't see Judy because you want to talk about getting hit over the head with acting.
Right.
Just seeing the commercials of her playing Judy Garland, it's just like I cringe and I can't watch that. I cannot sit down to watch that. So yeah, I would. Like I said, I'm really bummed I haven't seen Harriet because I have a feeling Cynthia Erivo would be my choice. But that said, Scarlett Johansson was great in Marriage Story and certainly worthy of the Oscar. But of course, it went to Renee Zellweger. So
I haven't seen Harriet, so I can't say about that. I'm with you. I think I would go with Scarlett Johansson on this one. Even though I love Little Women, I would put her performance up.
that scene with her and when they have that all-out fight, her and Adam Driver in Marriage Story, I've never seen a scene like that ever on film.
So good. I know people make fun of it, but I'm sorry. I'm like, nope. I'm good with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's an amazing scene.
Which might take us right into best. George, did you say who you wanted for best actress there?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't really care. I thought that it was the best version of Little Women, like so far. Like I liked that it was playful with the material. I can't think of the kid's name. Everybody loves it. Chalamet and Ronan. I thought they did that really well. And like you said, Florence Pugh, that character, she wasn't one dimensional like a lot of times she is. Baddie.
When she gives that speech, when she's with Timothy Chalamet's character, and he's talking about love, and she goes, "But I'm not a poet. I'm a woman." That just boom. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and the score was great. I mean, I went out and bought the score after that. I love some of the scores recently. This guy, I can't think of Max Richter, who's been doing scores. I love his stuff.
Wait, he did it for Little Women?
No, I don't think it was him. He did My Brilliant Friend, which I talked about earlier, the Naples trilogy, which I guess is four now.
He did the music for The Leftovers.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Beautiful soundtrack. Beautiful.
And then I think, was there a Catherine the Great recently that came out that I didn't?
It's called The Great.
Yeah. Wait, what? What? Did you say
called The Great?
Oh, called The Great.
Speaking of The Great, we plowed through that. I thought it was hilarious. But this is, I'm going to have to look it up.
Well, we did Ad Astra, which I didn't like the movie, but I thought the soundtrack was great.
I haven't seen that yet. Or maybe I did.
So to be honest, I love Lost City of Z, but I was not happy. I thought Ad Astra was added up to a lot less than what it was. Yeah, My Brilliant Friend. Man, I got to listen to this guy.
I love his stuff. I'm trying to. Now you.
Leftovers.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Mary Queen of Scots. He did that one too, and I went out and bought that one recently, but I haven't listened to it yet. Because
Yeah, I'm looking right now, and yeah, he did This is the guy that did The Leftovers. His music's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know. Sorry, I feel like we've walked down a path like way over there now. We're
okay. How about we go best actor? Best actor.
Hey, it's our show. We can do whatever we want, man.
That's right.
Our show.
So who do we got for best actor?
Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. Did not see it.
I saw it.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Adam Driver in Marriage Story. Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes. I'm gonna pick Jonathan Pryce because I like him. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, that's a tough one because for me, I love Joaquin Phoenix, but I thought The Joker was an underwhelming movie, and I thought if you want to go back to what Lou said, I thought his performance as the Joker was a lot of acting, that kind of stuff, But I'd have to go with, for me, this is like such a tough one because I would highly recommend Pain and Glory. It was incredible, especially if if you've seen any of Almodóvar's other films. This is his only autobiographical movie. So if you've seen like any of his other movies and you watch this one, it makes you understand his movies so much better. But Antonio Banderas was a revelation in this movie. He was incredible. But then I think about Leonardo DiCaprio. We talked about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that might be his best performance ever. And then Adam Driver. I've become a massive Adam Driver fan. And I thought in Marriage Story, the scene that Lou said when they're fighting, the scene where he gets up and sings the song from Company, Being Alive. It's electric. So I'm really stuck between those three guys. And I don't know who I'd pick for those three guys, but it would not have been Joaquin Phoenix. That's the only thing I have to say.
When I knew Adam Driver was great, I think the first time I saw him in Girls. I'm serious. I love that character.
It's such a weird little character.
I know. And I know a lot of people just hate on that show, but I love that show all the way to the end.
Yeah. I'll defend that show. I don't think you're meant to like a lot of the characters.
Lou, I like that show so much.
You're not meant to like them.
Right. You're not supposed to. I'd watch that show again, Lou.
Girls?
I don't watch a lot of shows again.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even get through a couple episodes. I'm not a big fan of that show. I'll just say that. One time I was sitting in a waiting room to audition for something, and I was sitting next to, and of course I don't know how old the show is, how long ago the show was on Girls, but it was probably at the height of its popularity. And I was sitting next to a girl that was, whatever, in her early 20s, and she started talking about Girls, and she just kind of looked at me and said, well, I'm sure it's not a show that you'd be interested in. And I was just like, I just wanted to say, well, yeah, because it's terrible. Not because of the subject matter. So I'm going to, I have to keep going back to Rocket Man, but truly the work that Taron Egerton did in Rocket Man, again, as an actor, I don't know how you equal that, between playing it real, not going over the top with it, doing the singing himself, everything that was involved in that, creating this character that has been in our vision for 50 years or more. Yeah. And pulling that off, to me, that's pretty incredible. So I have to say that. Secondly, I've actually, speaking of classic movies, I've never really gotten, how do you pronounce his name? Almodóvar? His movies.
Almodóvar?
Almodóvar.
Yeah, I've never really enjoyed his movies, Women on the Verge, the different ones that I've seen. So I kind of fell off on seeking him out. And I didn't see The Two Popes. I like Joker more than you guys did, and I probably would have given it to Joaquin when he got it, but and it's funny because I'm just the opposite of you, Pat, on it, in the sense that I thought there's no way he's going to be real, and it's going to be completely mannered and over the top, and it was the opposite. I thought he was as real as he could be, but and I agree, Adam Driver is amazing in Marriage Story. But of this group, I would have given it to Leo because, what he did in that movie is, incredible to me, especially that one scene that we talked about with the, second take on that scene in the TV show.
I would have given it to Joaquin Phoenix for The Master.
Oh, I love that film.
He's
Love.
great in that movie.
Yeah. Lou, did you see Rocket Man at the theater?
I'm not gonna take the bait.
I'll back Lou up though. I thought I don't like that actor very much because I hate the Kingsman movies. I hate those movies. But I thought he was great in Rocket Man.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Director. Got Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. I'll let you two go at it.
I'll go first because it's easy. Tarantino. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
I would say I think they got it right. I think Bong Joon-ho is what that was. And I think they got it right, but I would argue that they should have put Greta Gerwig on there for Little Women. It's a horrific oversight. Oversight.
Yeah.
Awful oversight.
So Lou, maybe you can explain. We got how many Best Picture? You can have up to 10 now or 9, but
And
why can't we throw Gerwig in there because she deserved it over, say, Scorsese for The Irishman, in my opinion. What?
yeah, no,
why are they limiting the others to keep the time of the show down? Or
I don't think so. I don't know because I think in the Emmys, if I'm not mistaken, they're allowed to go over 5 in the other categories.
oh,
You know what I mean? I
I
think, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I was really annoyed because I think they went like 6 supporting actresses last time on TV, and they still didn't include Ray Seahorn, which is crazy. But I think that's what I was thinking at the time. So I don't know why the Oscars opened up the Best Picture category, but not and truly, on top of that, they're allowing 10 nominations for screenplay, right? Because 5 adapted and 5 original. It's always been that way, but
Yeah.
technically they're allowing 10 nominations in one category elsewhere. So I don't know why they don't do it. We'll see what happens too with, they just officially announced that 2020 films can be released until the end of February of 2021 and still be eligible.
Oh, right. And isn't the ceremony itself is going to be later too?
Yeah, like in April, I think.
Kind of like it used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was a kid, they were later in the year. Because I used to be, when it was Easter vacation, my family would go down to Florida, and a lot of times I would fall asleep during the ceremony in Florida. So
well, it's because of all the other award shows, right? Because those were all coming out in January and early February, and if they waited till April, then they were 2 months late.
So which brings me to the question, are they even relevant anymore? I mean, you've got your Globes and you've got your BAFTAs and you've got your SAGs and you've got your, Independent Spirits all before, even if it's just a night before, but all before the Oscars. Why are we even talking about the Oscars? Except that it's funny that we're doing if we pick the Oscars like months later.
Yeah, it's all for the joke. It's the gag of it.
And is it a funny joke? I don't
Clearly, it only has to be funny to us.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in this quarantine, though, we're kind of looking back at this idyllic time, and we had like all these movies, right?
Well, if you were doing a weekly movie show, here's the movies coming out this Friday, you'd be dead in the water because there's no movies coming. Dude, I just watched Crawl. That's how desperate I was.
Well, we were going to rent Delirious, but after the reviews came out, I thought, well, maybe we don't need to pay $20 for it. Maybe we'll wait till it comes down in price.
What's Delirious?
That's Jon Stewart's film.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is it Delirious? It's something else, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Irresistible.
Irresistible.
Now you got that Prince song in my head.
Sorry, I got to start writing this stuff down.
Song. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the old Eddie Murphy stand-up special.
Oh, there you go.
Like that just came out?
Yeah, so Pat, think of like ice cream, instead of.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That's a great song, though.
I got the ice cream. I got the ice cream, and you can have
The
none.
welfare.
Whoop.
So, best picture.
Ba-ba-bum. Unless you guys want to go back to any other categories.
No, that's fine.
Best glass mat.
Short shout out. I love Knives Out.
I did too. We saw it at the theater and we were like, that's really good. And I don't like mysteries.
It's
Yeah.
funny because I saw that in the screenplay category, and I was going to say, hey, let's talk about that just so I could say how much I hate Knives Out.
Why do you hate Knives Out?
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. It's so out of my head now. I'm not even sure exactly what happened, but I know for sure I felt like it was predictable, and I just wasn't enjoying the performances, and I don't know. I really was. I was looking forward to seeing it. By happenstance, I didn't see it in the theater. Kind of missed my window, and then I saw it, and so I couldn't wait. Because when something that I really wanted to see, I miss it in the theater. When it comes out and it's streaming, I'm so excited because it's something I'm excited to see. And I watched it, and it was just like, It was. I don't know if I enjoy mysteries anymore because I get too far ahead on thinking what's going to happen and why is that guy there and who's this guy, and then I don't enjoy the payoff.
How about one more before we hit Best Picture?
Sure.
Do you all think Toy Story 4 deserved Best Animated Film, or is it just Pixar nostalgia?
Well,
they wanted to give it to Tom Hanks, but they didn't want to give it to him for playing Mr. Rogers. Maybe I didn't see it. But although now that I have Disney Plus, I can see it.
Yeah, I found it completely forgettable. Completely forgettable. I forgot it was. I forgot it even existed.
So were you sure you even saw it?
I saw it.
Okay.
But I was like, after it was over, I was like, did I just watch something? I didn't even remember. Like, I turned off and was like, what did I just watch?
Did it even have like a really generic Randy Newman song at the end too?
I'm sure it did. I can't remember. I did like the little sport character. That was about it. But otherwise, I thought it felt like it sullied the whole Toy Story brand.
I liked it better than Pat did, but I liked it better than Pat did. I mean, I certainly liked that Annie Potts had a bigger part, as Bo Peep. That was, I enjoyed that, but I don't have a strong feeling about it though, Pat. You know what I mean? I liked it better than you, but I don't think I can fight for it. But yeah. I mean, my instinct would be to give it to How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, but I didn't see those other three movies that were nominated. I Lost My Body by Jeremy Clapton, Klaus by Sergio Pablos, and Missing Link, Chris Butler. I didn't see those movies, so I don't know.
That looked really bad, Missing Link. Was that?
It's a Latka film, so that's a great studio.
Oh, okay.
But they're the same people who did Kubo and the Two Strings, I believe. And
that was great. I love Kubo.
And Paranorman, and I love Kubo. I thought Kubo was great. Okay, Best Picture.
Scroll up, everybody.
All right.
Anybody want to read them off?
Sure. Ford v. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the film that won, Parasite.
Pat, you want to take this?
Well, y'all know I love Parasite. I thought it was hands down my favorite film last year. I taught it in my intro to film class, and my students went crazy for it. I know Lou doesn't like it, but I think it's one of the best films I've seen. It's like so well made. I was on the edge of my seat. I know Lou said he was bored, but like I saw it with a packed house in the theater, and people were just like gasping and like they actually applauded it after it was over. So I am a fierce advocate for that movie. That's all. That's what I'll say.
Lou?
Yeah, I'm alone on the island with Parasite, and I'll accept that, and it doesn't change how I feel about it. Maybe I'll revisit it one day when my expectations have been lowered like this, but I've actually seen all these except for Little Women in 1917. So yeah, I would give a shout out to, I guess part of it is on this list, you know, maybe other than the one I'm going to pick, I mean, maybe Jojo Rabbit and Marriage Story are the ones that I would recommend the most. Ford v Ferrari, I can't imagine it being enjoyable unless you see it in the movie theater. And even then it was only barely so for me.
That's interesting.
But because of the
Same thing
car,
with 1917, by the way.
pardon?
Same thing with 1917. If you didn't see it in the movie theater, it's not going to have an impact at all.
Yeah, I'm not a race car guy at all, but you know, that realism of the car racing in the movie theater is the reason I say that, because in terms of the story, not so much. And I've mentioned before, I'm not a big Christian Bale fan, so that didn't do anything for me. We talked about The Irishman and Joker. We've talked about a lot. Jojo Rabbit, again, I think is great. It's quirky and weird and fun and serious and dramatic and moving, and really loved it. Marriage Story is incredible. And then, yeah, I'd give it to, you know, like I've beaten the dead horse here, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was perfection to me. So easily best picture in this group.
So I
Maybe
didn't.
I'll have to go back and watch that again. Oh, George, go ahead.
That's okay. I didn't mind. I didn't mind the Parasite one. I thought it deserved it. And then the others, they were all right. I saw Ford v Ferrari and 1917 within the last 2 weeks on my, I don't know, 46-inch screen, and I was fine with it. Ford v Ferrari, I thought was jam-packed with testosterone. It was just, you know, it was well-made formula. It was nothing special, though, I didn't think. And I actually got a little bored. What I liked about it was that I didn't know the story. And without giving anything away, it's like I was like, you know, they put these little, you know, foreshadows in that he's, you know, going to crash. And is he going to crash? I don't know, you know. And then, yeah, we talked about all the others. Did Emma come out? Emma must have come out this year.
Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this
Yeah,
year.
Okay.
this year.
So yeah, I would have picked Parasite, I guess, or Once Upon a Time. So I'm kind of like in the middle of you guys.
Exactly. Hey,
Hey.
pick one. Make a choice. Pick
Hoo-ha.
one.
Can I make a plug for a movie? I think I have already. Forgive me for the repetition. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I don't think you did talk about that, did you?
I went to that.
I don't remember.
I don't know what if you guys do this, but I love it when it happens. Like sometimes I'll go to these more artsy films or independent cinema, and I kind of go thinking, well, I need to go see this. And when I watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and I was so sucked into that movie, and the performances are so great. The music is fantastic, especially when you see what they do with the music. It's really interesting. And I just thought it was unbelievable. It was so good. And I just would highly recommend that movie, Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
It's on Hulu, by the way.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
It is. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I haven't watched it yet, but I bought a copy from the library for $2, so I will watch it. You know, I really intend. It got great reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything beautifully shot, beautifully acted. Script is fantastic, but I wasn't ready for how much I enjoyed it, how much it sucked me into the story, and how much I don't know. It was I wasn't ready for that. That was one of my big surprises. Any other films that you feel like needed to get some sort of love somewhere but didn't?
Well, I was just I was bringing up Emma because the Gwyneth Paltrow version
Oh, yeah.
Like probably last time we were we did shows, back. I thought that was a great version, and I thought
I like that
she
version.
was really good in it. But I thought that this was even better. This latest.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
I'll see it. I'll see it then, because I love the Gwyneth Paltrow one.
Well, you
I
might
do
not like it, Luke, because I liked it, but
Yeah. No, that's Pat. You and I have been
yeah, it's true.
okay.
About
If
I
Pat
think
liked
actually
it.
Lou and I disagree more than George. We're fighting over you. We're fighting over who gets you.
about
No,
time.
George, you should.
Okay. Yeah. Who? Like what? I don't know. Well, I guess I would say Emma. Yeah. I was like, oh, another version of Emma.
Yeah.
But it's I'm trying to think. I can't think of the actress's name. She's British. Miranda. Is it Miranda Hart?
Joy something.
Hart.
Oh,
No. Well, anyway, I thought she was really good.
I've got one for you that this may get me kicked off the show, though.
Uh-oh.
A movie that, and again, maybe it's because my expectations were so low.
Media